What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, in this video, I'm just going to be talking about my first feelings about Pokemon Legends ZA. The game's still really new, and I got the game day one, been playing it ever since, and it's fantastic. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you about it. I mean, it's just my first, initial feelings. I might talk about more in the future, but so far, it's fantastic. So, let's dive into it, shall we? First, I want to start by saying is that this video is going to be kind of split into two different parts. The first one being cons, the second one being pros. I want to start with the cons, so we end with the good stuff. We have a good ending. So, the first con is, well, the looks. You're going to see it everywhere online. People just trashing the game for the looks. I had a comment on one of my videos saying that this game really just looks so bad he wouldn't get it. And I tried, sending a reply to that comment. Hopefully he listened, but anyway, yeah, it's true. The game looks terrible. It looks like a terrible game. Is it one? Not at all. The game is an amazing game, which I will talk about later. But, yeah, the looks just suck. That's about all I gotta say. And I'm going to explain later in this video how it's not the worst thing in the world, but right now all I gotta say is they really suck. But, not the end of the world. I mean, the game, so basically how they look is, it's basically a 2D windows, 2D texture, just stickered onto all the surfaces. Nothing is really 3D, it's like a 3D model with a 2D texture. Doesn't really make sense. Should it be that way? Not at all. Basically, the game runs the entire city at one time, instead of running the only part that you're in. Makes no sense, but that's the case, and so the game doesn't run bad, they had to do that. It's unfortunate. Basically, the looks suck, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Next thing I want to mention is the controls. The controls are not bad by any means, they're just a little bit underwhelming. Because they're just a little strange. You have to click the plus symbol to open the map where you'd think it'd be the minus symbol, and all the minus symbol does is, open camera mode, which isn't a feature, anybody's gonna be using. Or, I mean, I use it sometimes, but, it's not a feature you want in such a main button. So, it's a little strange, the controls, and it does take some getting used to. But the controls aren't terrible. They're fine. They're just a little underwhelming. Next thing I want to mention is something that everyone talks about, and it sucks. I've talked about it, and playing the game for the first time really, pushed how unfortunate this is. And that's the fact that the Kalos starters, our Mega Evolutions, are locked to doing the online play, which is so unfortunate. It's the Kalos starters. It's terrible. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. It sucks so bad. And the reason why I really felt it is because I am using Fennekin, the Fennekin, Delphox on my team, and I can't use their Megas. Every Pokemon on my team has a new Mega in this game. Even, Fennekin, I just can't use it. I don't have the online. It's so dumb, because I really want to. I love Fennekin. Fennekin was my first ever Pokemon. X and Y were my first ever Pokemon games. Fennekin and Delphox mean so much to me, but I can't even use the brand new thing that they've been advertising like crazy for these Pokemon, because I don't want to pay $20 a year. So, it's so dumb, so dumb, but we gotta live with it, I guess. There are thoughts that they might get added where you can just, buy them with the crystals in the game. It's possible. I don't think it's that likely, but, I mean, I hope that happens, but doubt it. Wouldn't get your hopes up. Now we're moving on to the pros, and the first pro we are going to be talking about is just how good the game is. The game is just wonderful. And I know a lot of people online right now are saying, oh, the game's terrible, yeah. But that's really only the looks, If you take out how the game doesn't look the best, which I've already said, then it's a wonderful game. Running around in this town, it just feels amazing. But one of the main reasons of that is because of the Switch 2. The Switch 2's extra power is something we've never seen with a Pokemon game before. It runs so smooth. I feel bad for anyone playing on Switch 1 because, man, they're missing out. And also, this gives a lot of people a new reason to buy the Switch 2. All Pokemon fans are like, well, I kind of need to get the Switch 2 now. I don't exactly know how the game runs on Switch 1, but it runs fantastic on Switch 2. Something that the Switch 1 really couldn't have ever gotten us. And it's just great. Like, I love it, and I know... Oh, that's all I'm saying, is I love it. But I really do, you know? I was so excited to play it. And it's meeting expectations. I know the first half of this video was talking about the cons, but... I mean, really, the pros overweigh the cons such an extraordinary amount. So, the game is just amazing. Running around, catching Pokemon, it's so much fun. And it's just fun to go throw Pokeballs at a Pokemon and not have to get into a battle. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, like, you know, if you get drafted by a horde of Drillberg or something, but it's exciting, it's fast-paced, and I've never really been a big fan of turn-based games. Of course, I love Pokemon, but that's one of the few exceptions. So it's nice to see real-time battles, something that I love, brought into a franchise that I love. It's a great combination, and the whole gameplay loop is very fun. And the ZA Royale isn't even as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be kind of annoying every night having to just start, you know, this battling, but you can make it day or night at a bench whenever you want. And you don't even have to do the battling. You can just continue doing side missions or whatever you want, because the ZA Royale only takes place in one little spot on the map randomly every night, so you can go do other stuff. You know, you don't have to compete in it or anything, which is relieving because, you know, it's not like I want to do that every night. Also, though, I can just get past it if I don't want to. Some Pokemon are exclusively caught at night. So, it's just a fun experience, and I'm not even close to being done with the game yet. I'm like, maybe, like, halfway done, but it's so much fun. The characters are great, they have so much personality, and you can see a lot of Scarlet and Violet in this game. Now, that might first sound like a bad thing, but it's not. Scarlet and Violet, in reality, were great games. It's just, they were laggy, glitchy. That's because the Switch 1 could not handle them. And they just didn't run well. They were released too early. So, but everything that was good in Scarlet and Violet, is like expanded upon here. And everything that was bad in Scarlet and Violet, at least most things, are fixed here. So, you can really see the improvement from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I have to mention this, and I know I've basically applied it already, but the battling in this game is insanely good. And, I mean, it's just insanely good. And I know, like, every positive thing I will say and have said, as we've been in the positive section, has just been overwhelming, basically being like, the game's great, but it's true, and I'm sorry, this video probably sounds repetitive, but, like, I'm just kind of saying what I feel, and it's fun, so yeah. The battling in this game is just amazing. Like, the battling is so much fun, and it's like, it's real-time based, real-time. You gotta move around. Where you move, your Pokemon follow. You have to try and dodge. Very exciting, very intense, because Pokemon's never really had an intense feeling. You might feel a little stressed because you're about to lose a battle, but it's not intense. It's pretty calm and chill for the most part. It's just so enjoyable to have these real-time battles. The one thing I will say is if you're extremely used to regular Pokemon, which I don't know what other Pokemon you would be used to, but if you're really used to turn-based, then it can be kind of a sudden change. Every battle, every time you see a Pokemon, you have to worry about it. Sure, in most recent games, you have to worry about the Pokemon charging at you, but if it does, just run away, you know? It's never really a problem. But now, when you are near Pokemon, you have to actually think about not getting too close, or else they'll just start attacking you. You, a human, not your Pokemon. So, I don't know how much I can emphasize it. The battling's insane, except it takes a lot to getting used to. I know. I keep mentioning this, but it's true. The feeling I get when playing this game is so good. And at one point, I was hesitant about beating the game. And I saw a comment on one of my videos that was like, I'm sorry, the game just looks trash. And I did send a detailed comment back, but the looks aren't everything here. Like, yeah, the game looks bad. It's true. But you can look past that if you play the game. So what? Like, you are surrounded by a good feeling, good gameplay, so heavily that it doesn't matter that looks bad. You aren't thinking about how a window looks when you're thinking about real-time action battling these insane monsters that you can evolve, Mega Evolve. And I'm at the point in the story where I just unlocked Mega Evolution. It's so exciting. Your first Mega Evolution that you can use is Mega Absol. Very awesome. Great Pokemon. It's just a great game in general. So I just beg that you aren't hesitant on buying the game. I don't want you to be hesitant though. That's the thing. I'm so sorry. Point is, you can either just not care about Pokemon, not care about the game at all, and that's fine. But if you are thinking about getting the game, but you're unsure, just go on to the side that's like, get the game. And you're going to see a lot of negative opinions online. Don't worry about those. It's a great game. Just don't worry about them, because how any video game works is everyone hypes it up, it comes out, and then you see all the negative opinions. So, negative opinions around this time are normal. Just please, don't be hesitant. You can not want the game at all. All I'm saying is don't be hesitant. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you loved it, hope you aren't hesitant, and peace out, Pokefans.